Hi, this is Ayushmann Khurrana and you're watching Bollywood Hungama.
We have with us an actor that everyone wants to talk to, and he's the most, I think, talked about actor that we have right now, Ayushmann Khurrana. Pleasure having you back on Bollywood Hungama.
Thank you so much, sir.
And how's the experience of interacting with your fans today?
Unbelievable. I think it's very important, very pertinent that you interact with them and you get to know about the true feelings, what they want, their likes, dislikes. I think if you are living in a bubble, then what's the point?
And any question that stayed with you? I think because some of the questions, they were really interesting.
Questions, a lot of them I think about my favorite poets and whether I would love to direct someday or not. These two questions were special because they were out of the realm of generic questions.
Right.
Yeah.
When was the first time that you realized that people are stalking you and you have fans and they want to get pictures clicked with you? Because you started very early.
Yeah, I think I started young, so it's been happening since my college days.
Right.
But that time it was hard to digest the newly, gotten fame or whatever. But it catapulted after Vicky Donor to begin with, I think, I would say. Because when I was an anchor on television, it was there, but Vicky Donor was the milestone.
And you also had, I think, recited this wonderful poem on Pulwama that you had written recently. How do you look at it? Because I think the entire nation is grieving right now. What is your personal feeling?
Personal feeling is that we have to be in support with the soldiers because it's a big loss and we need to sort this issue as soon as possible. It's been there since time immemorial. Since the time we got freedom, we've been struggling to sort out the Kashmir issue, and I think we need to sort it as soon as possible. The onus lies on the government and how to deal with it. But at this moment, the solidarity has to be with the armed forces.
Right. So you've written this poem. Anything else that you would want to do maybe for the?
I think
like
just writing
performing maybe for them or something.
I think more than being active on social media or anything, we need to help them out in any possible way, like financially or going there, meeting them. I don't know, but I think as an artist, you can show your solidarity through art, and I think if you do it financially, nothing like that. But you don't have to make noise about it at the same time if you are giving some financial support.
Okay, and even personally, you've been going through a stressful phase because of Tahira, and I think both of you've been putting up, I think, an extremely brave front. What has this entire maybe last 6 months? What have they taught you?
It has really changed me as a person. It has changed me how to deal with certain situations in life. I think I've matured a lot in these past six months because it was just a combination of both, happiness and suffering at the same time because I was going through a career high. And personally this was happening, so it was not easy, but at the same time I realized that you need to be stable. Like extreme happiness and extreme sadness is not my thing anymore because of these past 6 months, because I've seen a lot in these past 6 months, I think.
Right. What is it, who's giving more courage to each other? Is it Tahira who's giving more courage to you? Because I think even her posts are really amazing. Or is it that you are just standing by her and just telling her something, maybe reciting your poetry to her? What is it? How is the equation?
It has to be both ways, but in this situation, I think it's her.
Wow.
She's the one who's more courageous. She's the one who gave me that support or maybe security assurance that I'm fine, you do your thing, because I was promoting my film during that time. So it came from her more than anything else. If she was down, I would have been devastated or whatever. But she was confident, absolutely confident that we discovered it pretty early, and she's a fighter. She probably must have cried once when we got to know about it, but after that there was not even a single regret that why me. She never questioned that, so she was always positive about it.
So जैसे आपने कहा कि that आपको 2 फिल्में आपको प्रमोट करनी थी, एंड आप शायर आदमी हैं, तो आप मे बी इस चीज़ को बहुत अच्छे तरीके से समझ सकते हैं कि जब आंसू आ रहे हैं उस वक्त आपको हंसना था. वो सिचुएशन कैसी थी आपके लिए? Because promotion में you have to be chirpy, you have and because both your films, they were entertaining in their own way. Andhadhun as well as Badai. Badai was very entertaining.
It came from her, exactly it came from her, because I know when she was going to the operation theatre, she was just doing this, clicking pictures with me. She was just so brave. She's so inspiring, not just for me, but for everybody who have their own battles. Everybody has their own battle, so I think she's a perfect role model for that. So I know it's difficult when you're promoting your films and you're in a certain mindset. You have to be happy to promote your films because you have to be in front of the camera, smile, and promote your film more than anything else, and be chirpy with your co-actors. But she was chirpy all along while getting operated. So that gave a lot of strength.
I believe she wants to direct a film as well.
Yeah.
What is that journey like? Is that something that is keeping her occupied? Is that something that gives her hope in a way?
I think that's a good motivation for sure. She's always been a worker, and she's very passionate as a person, as a writer or as a director. She's directed our plays during college days. She's written for our theatre groups. So this was a great motivation for her. She used to have a chemo session every Saturday, and immediately after that she used to go for recce or pre-production, and that way she was distracted. She was not thinking about that she's a cancer survivor or she's going through chemotherapy, but she was just focusing on her project, which was a great it was a great leveler, I think.
Right. The sort of praise that is coming your way because of Andhadhun and Badhaiyo. What sort of pressure does it put on you? Because people have so many expectations from you. They're directly being put into the entire Amir Khan League in terms of selection of the script, and I'm sure it must be pressure because everyone talks about.
I think it's very
and
unfair.
So many people that I've spoken to, so many actors that I've spoken to, and they talk about Andhadhun, they talk about Badhaiyo all the time, and these films they are continuously just being spoken
I think to
about.
begin with, we should not compare the new crop of actors with our seniors, because they have stayed there for 25 years.
It's more about the script selection.
Yeah,
sense
that's
of
there. Yeah, but I don't know what to say. I think expectations are there. It's a good thing. It's a happy space to be in. Like, expectations only give you openings.
Right.
Like, they expect something out of you. They're excited to see your films. That's a good thing, right? But at the same time, I can just promise one thing, that my films will be entertaining and unique at the same time, with a certain value creation, value addition. But commercial success, it's incidental. Also at the same time, how well they grasp it, how well are they relating to the script or the subject. It all depends on that. But I consume the script as a layman, as an audience member, and I can just go with my gut or an intuition. But at the same time, things are so rapidly changing in the industry. Whatever is relevant right now may be irrelevant 5 years down the line. So you need to be with the time. That's the toughest task.
Alright, so you had this Mere Pyari Bindu, which I personally liked the movie. Did not do well at the box office. You had a Bareli Ki Barfi that did well, and then Shubh Mangal Savdhan after that, Andhadhun and Badhaiyo. Andhadhun and Badhaiyo, they have this unique distinction that they were in many ways a preferred lot. Even when Thugs of Hindustan released, and because people maybe did not like Thugs of Hindustan. So the commercial success is not something which I think is very important, because Andhadhun, it went on and on for many weeks. Same with Badhaiyo.
Commercial success, of course, the most important thing. You have to marry content with entertainment. If you don't do that, it will become a documentary. So I guess it has to be a happy marriage between like a good one-liner and has to sustain that for 2 hours, which is not an easy task for sure. But I think we should not compare different films. But both the films were clutter breakers, especially Andhadhun, which had a very dark premise of a murder mystery or murder, and still had that layer of humor. So you're operating in a very bizarre space, and it was a huge risk. But the way audience loved it, I think it was unbelievable. I had a certain number in my head, but it surpassed everybody's expectations.
Indeed. Talking about your forthcoming films, so you have, I think, 3 films. Dream Girl should be interesting.
Dream Girl is really unique, really interesting, because I get to wear a sari in the film. It's about a guy who plays Sita in Ram Leela. Traditionally in our country, all Ram Leelas, we have seen guys playing Sita, so I'm one of those.
Right.
So he has a unique talent of taking out 2 voices, both male and female. So that's the...
So obviously that is expected from you, because you like surprising, and people expect that surprise factor from you. That should be interesting.
It's like a full-on commercial film. Like the tonality is there. So I'm very excited about that one.
And Bala, you're playing this guy who's having a receding hairline.
Yeah.
So are you not like conscious of the fact that many of your choices, they are not conventional? Bollywood के that उसमें एक gelled hair होना चाहिए, एक style होना चाहिए. You're not afraid of that.
But Badhaiyo में gelled hair थे.
Badhaiyo was there, even Andhadhun as well.
Was also,
as well. But several of your films, be it Shubh Mangal Savdhan in a way, or even Bareli Ki Barfi, it was like a small town thing. वो भी
But
cool
I
character
think if everybody is aspiring to be a perfect hero, who will be the imperfect hero? So I had to fill up that space, I guess.
Right.
So you need to carve out your own niche and your own space. And I'm glad that's being appreciated by people, and would love to see that character because it is a very motivational film. It's about discovering yourself,
Right.
and you know how the confident being is not just about looks. It's about more than that. It's about, and Bhumi's playing the girl who's dark skinned. So it's a good combination of complex characters.
Which is always interesting. Okay, and are you ready for all the awards this year? Because
I don't know.
yeah,
I hope
it's already started. It has already started.
It has already started. I hope I get the awards, because I will not say they don't matter or stuff like that, because they do matter. I think you feel happy, you feel gratified as an artist.
Right.
But more than anything else, it's the love from the people which matters.
Right. Ayushmann Khurrana, as always, lovely talking to you. Thank you so much for being here for this meet and greet today, and all the best wishes. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Fardioon sir. Thank you.
That's all we have from Bollywood Hungama. Keep on watching.
Hi, this is Ayushmann Khurrana, and you're watching Bollywood Hungama.